Hello and welcome to this tutorial, and in this tutorial we are going to learn how we could create a custom list view. Now in the previous tutorial we have already created a list view which had some items, and it was basically a very simple list view wherein we had a list and the list had only one text and nothing else. So in this tutorial what we are going to do is that we are going to define our own custom list view which has an image on the left hand side and it is going to have some text on the right hand side. So in order to do that, the first thing which we need to do is that we need to import, or we'll need to download an image from the internet. So what I've done is that I've downloaded this simple image, as we are going to create a fruit list. So I thought that apple's image would be appropriate. So I copied this image right here for a fruit. And now the next thing which we need to do is that as we need to use this image into our project, we simply go ahead and copy this image, return back to Android Studio, and as you could see, under the application folder we have a folder which is called as the resources, and the resources folder is going to hold each and every resources which we are going to use in this application. So you also need to add an image inside this drawable folder right here. So we simply right click on this and then we simply paste the image which we have copied. Now name this image as, let's say, fruit, and make sure that your image name does not have any numbers in it, and that is because it is most probably going to give you an error if you have some numerical data or if a numerical name to your image. So go ahead and click OK, and as you could see, our image is now ready and we could use that image into our layout. Now the first thing which we will need to do is that as we are going to create a custom list view which has an image and text present on it, so we need to create one template for the list view, and then we are going to use the same template to display each and every item. So in order to make a template, the first thing which you'll need to do is that you'll need to create a new layout. So in order to create a new layout, you simply go to this layout folder and right click on it and select new layout resource file. So now as this is a custom list view, let's say we name it as custom row, and we select the option of linear layout. Then we finally click OK, and as you could see, this is our custom row layout right here which we could use in order to design a template for each and every list view. So now the next thing which you'll need to do is that you need to check out the layout type of this. So this is vertical and we actually want the horizontal layout, so we switch on to the XML code and we change this orientation to horizontal. So once this is done, when we switch back here, as you could see, the orientation is now changed to horizontal. So now once this is set up, the next thing which we need to do is that we need to take this image view right here, we need to drag it and we need to drop it on the linear layout, and as you could see, the image has been added. Now the thing is that we need to give a resource to this image. So basically we want to attach this image right here to this image view. So in order to attach an image to this image view, we select the image view, go to properties, and we search for the option which is called as source. So this src right here is the source. Now we specify the image name here. So first we have the reference to the drawable folder, so we type @drawable, then we give a slash and the file name is fruit. So once you do that, as you could see, our image appeared right in front of us. So basically we have added an image to our linear layout. Now let's set some values for the height and the width. So we go here to the layout height, and let's say we set the width and height to be, let's say, 80 dps. So change this to 80 dp and change this to 80 dp as well. So once we have this set up, the next thing which we do is that, as you could see, this image right here is actually appearing in the leftmost corner, and we want to actually leave some space from the left as well as the top. So in order to add margin to it from all the sides, we select this image, then we go to properties and we search for the option which is called as margins. So as you could see, this is our layout margin which is going to specify the margin for the image. So simply select this, and inside margin all, so basically if you want to customize the margin to the left top, right and bottom, you could fill in these values. But in this case, as we want to leave the margin from each and every side, we go to all and we specify a margin of, let's say, 5 dps. So as you could see, when we have added the margin, it has shifted the image to the right and a little bit to the bottom by 5 dps. Now the next thing which we want in this layout is going to be the large text. So we simply go over here, select large text, and we drag it and drop it to this linear layout right there. So as you could see, it has added the large text, but again, as you could see, there is no margin from the top or the bottom. So we go to the properties and we select the layout margin and we insert layout margin as, let's say, 5 dps. So as you could see, now the text has shifted a bit. So that's how you create a basic template for the custom list view. So this is basically a simple template which we are going to use in order to create the list view. So that's it for this tutorial, and in the next tutorial we'll be actually using this template in our main layout in order to create the custom list view. In this tutorial we are going to learn how to create the list view adapters for our custom list view class. Now in the previous tutorial we have created a template for our custom list view, so we have the text as well as the image for our custom list view. Now the next thing which we need to do is that we need to assign an ID to the text view. So what I did is that I've simply assigned a value, or I have simply assigned an ID to the text view. So if you select this text view right here and if you scroll down in properties, you could see that I have assigned a value of my text to this text view right here. Now once this is done, the next thing which we need to do is that we need to create an array adapter, or we need to create a custom adapter so as to display our list view. So in order to create a custom adapter, we have to create a new Java class. So in order to create a new Java class, you simply go onto this application folder, and inside the application folder we are going to have a Java folder. So you simply select this folder, and inside it, if you have 2 folders, then you simply open it up, and we are going to select the folder which is going to contain the main activity. So we right click on this folder, go to new and select a Java class. Now let's name this class as custom adapter, as we are creating the custom adapter. So click OK. And as you could see, this is our class, which is the custom adapter class, and in this we are going to write a code which is going to create the custom adapter. So make sure that you delete this public keyword, and inside this custom adapter class, the first thing which we need to do is that we need to extend this custom adapter class to an array adapter. So we go right here and type extends array adapter, and we need to specify a string here. So once it is done, the next thing which we do is that, as you could see, it is showing us an error, and if we hover over it, you could see that it is going to display that there is no default constructor available. So we need to create a default constructor for our class. So in order to create a constructor, we use code completion. So we press Alt insert and then we select the constructor, and we are going to select the first constructor which has 2 parameters. So make sure that you select this constructor right here and click OK, and as you could see, the constructor will be added to your code. So now the next thing which we need to do is that we need to make a little bit of changes to the constructor. So the first parameter is the context, and we are going to leave it as it is, and we are going to make a change to this second parameter. So instead of a resource, what we want to do is that we want to pass on an array which has our items. So if you switch to the main activity.java, you could see that this is our array right here which has our items. So we need to pass on this array to the adapter. So we replace this resource by the string array. So we type string and then we pass in fruits inside it, and make sure that you spell it correctly. Okay, now once this is done, the next thing which we do is that we also change the parameters in the super. So this is going to get modified to fruits, and we are also going to pass one more parameter here, and the parameter is going to be the custom row. So we type r dot layout dot custom row. So once you add the custom row, we are done with this. Now the next thing which we need to do is that we need to add an overrided method. So in order to add it, we go outside the custom adapter, which is the constructor, and then we use code completion. That is we press Alt and insert, and then we are going to select the override method. Now the method which we want to select is going to be the get view. So we type get view, and as you could see, this is our method right here, which is the get view. So we simply select it and click OK. So basically in this get view method, we are going to write in the code which is going to create a custom list adapter, and we are going to associate our array with the custom list adapter so that all the items can be displayed on the output screen. So now the next thing which we need to do is that we need to initialize our view. So in order to initialize, there is a default thing which is called as the layout inflator, which is used to initialize our layout. So in order to do that, we are going to type in 2 lines of code so as to initialize it. But before doing that, we delete this written right here, and we are going to write it later. So in order to use the inflator for initializing our layout, we type in layout inflator. Let's name this inflator as my inflator. We type equals layout inflator dot from, and basically we need to pass in the context, so we type get context inside it. So once we have initialized the layout inflator, the next thing which we do is that we initialize the custom view. So we type view custom view equals, and this should be actually capital, so view custom view equals. Now we use the inflator object which we have just created, so we type my inflator dot inflate, and this is basically going to inflate. That means it is going to fill up our layout. So we type r dot layout dot custom row, and the custom row is nothing but the layout. So basically what we are trying to do here is that we are going to have a reference to our layout. So this is our custom row right here, and we just need to refer it. So we type r dot layout dot custom row, then we pass in parent and false as the default parameters, and these are the parameters which we need to pass in to create the custom view, to create a view. Now once everything is done, the next thing which we need to do is that we need to get a reference to the image as well as the text. So before doing that, we create a string and we get the item position. So we type in string and we type single fruit item, and in this we are going to store the item. So we type get item, and to this we are going to pass in the position. So this is basically going to get the item depending upon its position. Now we get a reference to a text view. So basically, as this code is going to get a reference, we are going to comment here that get a reference. Okay, now once this is done, we get a reference to the text view. So we type text view, let's name it as my text. We type it equals, then we typecast it. So we type text view, and then we type custom view dot find view by ID, and then we specify the ID of our layout. So we type r dot id dot my text, as we are going to get a reference to the text. Now once we have the reference to the text, the next thing which we do is that we get a reference to our image. So if we switch to this custom row and click on this image, go to ID, as you could see the ID of image is image view. So let's go ahead and change this ID. Let's say we want to name it as my image. So we type my image, and we are going to reference this image into this code right here. So we type image view, as we want a reference to image, then let's name it as my image. We type this equals, to typecast it we type image view once again, then we type custom view dot find view by ID r dot id dot my image. So now once we have the reference to the text and the image, the next thing which we do is that we set the text as well as the image. So basically, in order to set the text, we need to set the text to this single fruit item right here, and that is because this is the string which actually stores or actually extracts the item by using the position. So we go right here and then we type in my text dot set text, and we are going to pass in this string which we have just created. So we pass single fruit item. So this code right here is going to change the text of the my text. So now the next thing which we need to do is that we need to change the image. So we type my image dot set image resource, and this method is going to use the image which we have stored and it is going to set it to the current image. So we type the reference, so we type r dot drawable, as the image is stored in the drawable folder. So we type r dot drawable and the image name is fruit, and as the image name is fruit, we type dot fruit. So basically we have set our image, and as you could see, it is going to show us an error, and that is because we have not returned anything else. Now the next thing which we need to do is that we need to return the custom view. So we type return custom view. So once this is done, we are done with the code inside the custom adapter. So let's go through the code once again what we have done. So basically we created this new class which was called as the custom adapter, and when the class was created, we removed the public keyword and we extended the class array adapter. Now once everything was set up, it was showing us an error, and that is because we initially need to set up a constructor. So we set up a constructor and we made some changes. So for example, to the second parameter, we passed in this array right here which contains our items. So after passing these to the constructor, we have also made some changes to the super. So we have changed the second parameter to custom row, and we have added third parameter as fruits. Now once this is done, the next thing which we did, that we added a override method which is called as the get view, and it is basically going to set the view, and this method is basically going to set the view of our list view. So inside it, the first thing which we did was that we used this 2 lines of code which is basically used for initializing purposes, and now our main code actually starts from here. So the first thing which we did is that we need to extract the text from each and every list. So we have used this method which got the item from the particular position, and then we stored that particular item into the single fruit item, which is nothing but a string. Then we got the reference to the text view as well as image. Then we have used this text and we have set the text to the string which we have just extracted, and then finally we have set the image by using the set image resource, and then we have simply assigned the value, or we have simply given the path or reference to the image which we have stored in the drawable folder. Then finally we return the custom view. So the next thing which you need to do is that you need to switch to this main activity.java, and inside it, as you could see, we have already created a list adapter. So now we need to make a few changes to this adapter. So we delete this previous adapter and we are going to name it as custom adapter. So we type custom adapter, and then we are going to pass in 2 parameters. So the first one is going to be this by default, and the next one is going to be the fruits. So once you have passed in these 2 items, we are done with the code. So now once we are done with everything, we need to run this code on the emulator so as to check if our code performs correctly. So as you could see, our application is up and running on the emulator, and you could see that we have various fruits over here: apple, orange, peach and mango. But the thing is that we have only the apple image to each and every fruit, and that is because we have not dynamically assigned the image value to each and every item of our text view. So whenever we click orange, it is going to display orange. So whenever we click mango, it is going to display mango. When we click apple, it is going to display apple. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Thank you.